Unit 12. Evaluation. Recording 30.
Have a seat, Lisa. Do you mind hanging on a second while I send this email? Good, that's gone. So, how do you think you got on with the project?
I had a few problems along the way, which I'll explain, but I completed the project successfully. I'm sorry the report was late, by the way.
How did the test results turn out?
Much better than expected. I think I've come up with some interesting results, which I sent you last week. The details are in the findings and conclusions of the report, and all the tables are in the appendices.
I note that the new range of batteries has increased efficiency at most temperature ranges. Do we need to run any more tests, or have we finished?
We finished, until the next range of batteries comes along.
I note that the testing ran behind schedule, too. There were some problems with starting up the project, as I understand. Would you like to expand on the reasons for the non-achievement of your objectives? For example, how did you go about scheduling the project?
For a start, I was slow in booking up lab space. Then I couldn't get hold of a particular measuring instrument, so I had to put off the first experiment for a week. And I reckon I underestimated the time needed to set up the test equipment, so I lost a bit of time before and during the test programme.
Do you realise that I knew nothing about this at the time?
Yes, I should have spoken to you as soon as the problems came up, and I'll know in future that I need to spend more time planning the start-up of a project.
OK, I hear that. How did you go about choosing the best order for the tests?
I had to modify the test schedule because of the delays that I've mentioned. I know that I copied you in on the revised schedule. Fortunately, I was able to bring forward 2 tests which didn't need the missing instrument.
Yes, but then you went ahead with one extra test at a different temperature, which there was no need to do. Why?
The project was behind schedule, and I forgot to go back to the list of test specifications and check before starting the final test.
I'm afraid that counts as another non-achievement on your appraisal form. All right, so how would you avoid that in future?
It's a case of more haste, less speed. In other words, I need to recheck the test specification before starting each test to see what's required. And I should also have a contingency plan in case I have to reschedule any tests. OK. What lessons have you learned about starting projects in future? Well, there are 3 things I need to do to minimise the risk of delays. One is to check the laboratory schedules at the outset of a project, and another is to check the list of equipment needed as early as possible. And, of course, the 3rd thing to do is order any extra items of equipment.